Good morning, guys. We just got here. We're a little bit late this morning. We're here though. I'm not really liking how I was feeling a little bit ago. I was trying to put some of my clothes together in my closet and stuff, and I got super sweaty. And I'm like, oh, these hot flashes are real. They're driving me crazy. But anyway, I got to clean up my closet a little bit. We're here. People just started getting here. Like 2 vehicles just got here, and some kids just got down right now. Yeah, we're all just trying our best to get here. I'm going to just put a little bit of lipstick and a little bit of blush just so I have some sort of color because I feel washed out. Although this lipstick doesn't seem to be wanting to help me in any way. I am wearing these little capri jeans that I was gifted by my friend Brittany, which they're different. My husband woke up and he went to the bathroom and he was going to go take a shower. And he just kept looking at me like, that's different. And, well, it is different. I haven't worn this color of pants in a long time. They're like a whitewash jean. It's like a light blue jean, like a white blue. It's just like a light blue jean, okay? And so he was kind of like staring at it because he knows like I'm more into like dark colors. I'm just putting on a little bit of blush because I feel so washed out. I'm not putting on any foundation or anything. I'm just kind of giving myself a little bit of color just so you guys can see that I kind of don't look that bad. And yeah, sometimes when I do this and then I'm like going out throughout the day and I'm like, wow, I should have blended that more. But it's dark outside, and so you can't really blame me because at least I tried. So I'm just putting on a little bit of color like that. Why does it look like on camera I don't have any here? But I do because I can see it in the mirror. So it's probably just the camera, guys. My bad. Anyway, I've been awake since 2 something in the morning. Still struggling with my sleeping. But yesterday I sent my husband, since I got paid through my Facebook. I don't get paid a lot, guys. I get paid like $30 or something. But I was able to, oh, come on, just drop my pen in between my seats. Mi modo. What was I saying? I'm sorry. My mind is going to be everywhere. Oh, yeah. I sent my husband to the store because he needed some gauzes because he's trying to take care of his wounds that he has on his stomach. And I wanted him to buy me some magnesium, the Calmness one. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it says never give up. And I have my little mood necklace right here. I know it kind of doesn't really go, but I don't care. I'm going to wear it because it makes me happy. And I sent him to buy that, but he was like a little bit scared with the price. He said it was like $20 and he didn't want to pay that. And I was like, dude, just buy it for me. But he didn't. He ended up buying me some melatonin instead, which is not what I wanted. But I wanted the magnesium. I put this thing on wrong. And so he ended up getting me the gummies, which are okay. They don't taste bad. They have like I think a raspberry, a little bit of lemon taste to it. I'm not really sure what to say about them because they're kind of like, I don't know. They said that it works 4 hours before you go to bed. I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was fast enough for me. It didn't seem like it was, my HEB nighttime medicine that's quick, that I know it works, so I don't know. I'm going to keep trying it and see how I feel about it. He also got me one that says it's ashwagandha and it's for stress and anxiety. Really, I got it because supposedly it's in the sleep section and it's supposed to help you sleep. So I was figuring, because my mind doesn't want to shut off at night, it's thinking so much, like I can do this, I can do that. I'm a creative mind, and so I'm constantly like just thinking, or I'm just kind of like always worried about things. I thought I would get that so that it would calm me down, and I'm going to try it and see how it works. I used to take some vitamins that were some vitamin Bs. I'm sorry for just like moving around. I know that probably annoys some people, but I got to get my stuff done. I used to take some that were vitamin Bs, and I don't know if they just stopped selling them or I just haven't been able to find them anymore. So I didn't tell him to look for those. I wanted to try the ashwagandha because I've heard so many good things about ashwagandha, and I wanted to try it out. So I'm going to try them today, and hopefully they work, and hopefully I'm like super calm and chill. So I don't know how the melatonin honestly worked, but I do feel quite calm this morning. I don't feel like stressed out. I feel like even though I didn't get a lot of sleep, I tossed and I turned a lot. Yesterday I was, at the library. Sorry guys, I'm probably blinding you. What is that? Oh, okay, sorry. Anyway, so yesterday yesterday after seminary, I went home, after being in the car for like almost, 50 minutes, almost close to an hour on the car, because by the time I drive here and everything and then drive back. So I was in the car for about an hour. I ended up staying in the car waiting for my husband to get here. I told him I was going to drive him to work because I was going to need the truck. So he ended up going on the passenger side. I drove him. We had some breakfast. I ended up dropping him off at work. And then after that, I was going to head straight to the library because I had to meet a sister from church there, and we were going to work out something that was needed for church, for my church calling. Didn't see her there. She had gone to another location. So I ended up asking the things that I needed to ask, and I got the information and I sent it. And so we're working those details out. But while we were there, I had to take my kids with me because I didn't have anywhere to leave them. So I ended up leaving them in the teen section, and they were doing their homeschooling there. And so I was able to go and speak to who I needed to speak to. So when we were done, I asked the kids if they wanted to stay there for a little while longer, sorry. And they did. And so they did their homeschool there. And I was able to go because I didn't want to just sit there and just be on my phone. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and look around and walk around because I was tired of being in the car and just driving and driving and driving. I forgot to mention, I did come home at some point after dropping off my husband from work. I went home. I slept for about an hour. And then I went to the library again. And that's when I did all the things that I needed to. The kids did their homeschooling. I was trying to catch up on some of my sleep. I just said a prayer. I'm like, Lord, please let me get at least an hour's sleep. And so he let me. So then I was rushing to get to the library, got there, left the kids in the teen section. They ended up doing their homeschooling. I talked to who I needed to. Then I walked around because I was tired of just sitting down. And so I found these books that I ended up posting on my timeline so you guys could check out. And I don't know, I kind of just gravitated towards those books, and I kind of feel like I want to keep reading the book I was reading. I was very interested in that book. I feel like I need a little bit more help in some of those areas, and which is why I'm doing a little bit of therapy and the grieving and trusting and learning to say no to people, and just working through a lot of little things and stuff. And so I feel like I want to go back and read that book, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it today because my husband does need to take the truck, and it's a lot of back and forth and stuff. So anyway, we were at the library. I was sitting for a long time on my booty, and then we ended up going to Goodwill because my son wanted to go and look around. We didn't get anything, but we just looked around. But no, we didn't find anything that he was really interested in. I ended up getting them some food there at Wendy's. It had been a long time since we had eaten something at Wendy's. I just bought them like the little small junior burgers, just so we could put something in our stomach. I had my little bracelet that one of the sisters from church gave me as a Christmas gift, and so I was able to get my free little ice cream, and so we all shared it. It's like a mini ice cream, but we all shared the little ice cream just so we could have something. They forgot their bracelets, anyway. So we just put something in our stomachs, went to Goodwill to walk, didn't find anything, and then we were off to go and pick up my husband. But on the way there, we were still a little bit early, so I ended up taking my son to Hidden Treasures. They have like a little thrift store next to it. It's the same, I guess, owner or something. I don't really know. But they just really loved going there. And we just kind of killed some time because we had like an hour still before we could pick up my husband. And so we were able to walk around, see some stuff. They have a lot of cute things. But my son didn't find anything that he wanted. So we just kind of got back on the truck and then went to go wait for my husband to get out. So I was sitting in the truck for another 20 minutes. So when I picked up my husband, he asked me if I wanted to drive. I said yes. I was tired of driving, and so we got home. My husband went to the store. I got home. I rested. The kids rested. My son ended up putting some Totino's pizza in the oven, and he made dinner for us, and I knocked out. I tried to knock out. I was listening to some videos and I was trying to go to sleep. So I was like in and out. My husband got there. So like my son interrupted my sleep because he came in with the food. And then my husband came in and interrupted my sleep because he came in with the pills I had told him to buy me, the melatonin and the ashwagandha sleep ones, the stress and anxiety ones. I didn't take the ashwagandha yesterday. Like I said, I just took the melatonin. I took 2 of them. And so I was like kind of like resting, but not sleeping. But I was still like coming in and out in some of the videos because I put videos so that I can try to go to sleep. That's the only way I can go to sleep sometimes. Like I have to exhaust my mind. And my son suffers with the same thing. My dad used to have the same thing. I guess it's just something. My husband and my daughter are not like that. They just, when they knock out, they knock out. And me and my son, we have that problem. We're just very alert all the time and constantly just trying to shut it down. And so, but I do feel really calm this morning. I feel like, like I rested a lot, even though I know I didn't. But I was able to rest in my bed. I just didn't get to sleep. I didn't get to sleep a lot, but I still feel good. I feel energized, feel good. I listened to a lot of good things. So yeah, that is what I did yesterday. And I'm sorry for leaving you guys hanging yesterday, but my kids had gotten here. I got in the truck this morning. I didn't even want to sit on my butt again because I was like, it was painful. And I could walk around the church, but it's like hot. It's hot. They don't turn on the ACs, and it's like, oh, like I don't want to be there like completely sweating. Like I'm still going through all those symptoms where I sweat so easily, and I'm like, no. Yeah. I already have enough with my symptoms. So I have my AC pretty full blast, and I'm comfortable right now. So I'm here trying to do this video. But what I was able to do this morning, I was able to sort a lot of, sorry guys, I was able to sort my playlist on my YouTube videos, on my YouTube channel, and on my Facebook page. So things are a little bit more sorted out. So I have some saved playlists that you guys can go check out. I also posted a bunch of different books that I've read, and I posted them on my book club by Regina Crystal. And so I put it on that group, and I just started sharing all the different books that I read out loud, and then I share my thoughts on. And so if you guys want to go check those out, you guys can go check those out. I also put them on some of my other pages. I'm sure you guys saw them in the morning. So I was able to do that. So I was still productive this morning, quite early in the morning, being productive at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, all the way till about, I don't know, 4 or 5. Time just goes by so quickly. I thought it would make me go to sleep again, but nope, didn't go back to sleep. There's another car that just showed up. So anyway, I was trying to keep up to date with some of the things that have been going on in the news and things. I try not to get too into that, but you do need to know what's going on in the world. But there's just a lot of stuff that's just, there's a lot of things that you don't even know what's true or not true sometimes anymore. And I'd rather, listen to things that are going to bring me peace. I was telling my husband yesterday, it's like I'm in a stage in my life that I just do not want anybody to interfere with my time with my family, with things that are important to me, and I don't want anybody disturbing my peace. And so I am learning to cherish that more dearly. And I think that has a lot to do with me taking therapy. We just got three boys, 3 young men showing up. My 2 kids was 5, and then the other ones that showed up. So yesterday they had like 6 or 7 kids that showed up. So right now, I don't even know, guys. I don't even count. But at least they're getting here. So anyway, yeah, I just don't want anything surrounding me or in my life that's going to disturb my peace. I'm working so hard to have that peace and to be able to feel the Spirit and to be able to come closer to the Lord, that I just don't want anything disturbing that. And so, which is why I try to read a lot of good books. Got to be careful with the things that we read or the things that we listen to, because they do impact our lives and they do cause us to feel, a certain way. I feel like when I watch too much news, I feel like anxiety, I feel worried, I feel stressed about my kids and the life that they're being, shown. I try to shield them as much as I can, but unfortunately the phones and the electronics, they kind of filter that stuff into my home. And then we have to talk about things, and we have to dissect them, and then we have to try to, de-escalate certain things and try to bring truth to them. And it's just, they confuse our children, and it's just like, ugh. So I am so grateful to be able to homeschool them. I know not everybody has the opportunity to do so, but I'm so grateful that we live in a place that we can do so, that we can manage what our kids are able to listen to and be able to see. And so we're here in seminary trying to start our day early with good things. And yeah, my kids are coming with better attitudes, thank the Lord. And we've seemed to have gotten past that whole, struggle. They're good right now, thank the Lord. Hopefully, we don't get sick anymore, and we're all good. They come out telling me some pretty amazing things, and I'm so grateful for Sister Asta, who takes the time to teach my kids. And yeah. So what else could I tell you guys? What else? I wanted to do some more videos yesterday, but honestly, guys, I just enjoyed spending time with my family. I just enjoyed being with my kids and enjoying my time too, because I was able to take some time away from them and read a book that I enjoyed. And I actually sat over here. I had the option to take it over there to the teen side and always be stuck by them, but I let them do their thing. I let them be responsible with their homeschooling. I let them sit in their own little space in the teen side. And I came over here to the adult section. I sat there for a while. So some other people were sitting by me, and they were studying. And I was just enjoying my time. I did take some pictures and stuff of the books that I liked, so I can go back and actually read them. Hopefully, it was nice to be at the library and just be chill and just be, it reminded me of when we used to go to the library before when we were homeschooling. But now that we're just stuck with one vehicle and everything, it's made everything just difficult. We had kind of fixed the vehicle, and then either somebody broke our backlight, or now I'm having trouble finding a 2000 Dodge Caravan backlight. And, those are not easy to come by. I did see some on Marketplace, but they're not the correct ones. Apparently, I had hubby look for them, but still got to keep looking. Hopefully we can get that one fixed, but I hope that we can get our other vehicle fixed at some point. That's the one that was crashed, and I'm still struggling trying to get that one fixed. Hopefully we can do it soon so that we both can have vehicles that we can move in, and we don't have to be doing this whole back and forth thing with one vehicle. It's just if it's not the money, it's the vehicle. If it's not the vehicle, it's just, lack of sleep. If it's not lack of sleep, it's just a lot of little things that just get in the way, and we just have to keep pushing through and just, trying to stay above water, guys. I know everybody's trying their best to stay above water. So we're just doing our best. We're pushing through like everybody else. And so it helps to listen to good things and try to bring some sort of peace into our lives and do things that we enjoy doing, so that we can create a good mindset and good peace and just, a good atmosphere for our kids. And anyway, so yeah, those are some of our struggles, but we try to push through. I'm still able to do what I had to do yesterday, even though it cost us more gas to go and do it. But the Lord sees my effort, and He sees that I tried to do what I needed to do. But yeah. Anyway, que mal les cuento. I have like 17 minutes to go, guys. This morning I woke up with my hair all over the place. I had the option to kind of blow dry, but because my husband was awake, I was able to blow dry, but I didn't do it. So I'm feeling like a little puffy this morning. And the weather isn't helping. It's a little bit It's not that great. My gray hairs are coming in. I saw a bunch of them sticking up yesterday while I was at the library. When I went to the bathroom, I saw a bunch of them sticking out like that. And I'm like, oh. So this morning they were trying to do the same thing, and I was just trying to bring them down, trying to calm them down. They were a little bit out of place and trying to be a little bit rebellious. So yeah. Anyway, What else, guys? I feel really different with these jeans on. I like the color. I would like them to be a little bit longer. I need to ask my friend where she actually got these because they kind of fit nicely. I have a hard time because I have thick thighs and I have, you know, some back. And so sometimes I have a hard time finding some jeans. So that's why you normally will see me in leggings and things, because those are just easy to come by and easy to fit. But these just seem to fit good, but I just wish there were pants instead of like capris. I wish there were pants. So the two sets of jeans that I got from my friend ended up fitting me pretty good. I like the style. I like the fit. I was actually pretty happy. My husband was just kind of like, well, that's different, you know? It was kind of like, he just kind of just kept staring. I'm like, yes. So anyway, I just feel a little bit different with them. I just feel like, you know, I needed to be a little bit more girly. I wanted to make them a little bit more girly. I feel like I have a t-shirt and some capris, and I'm just kind of like, you know, maybe I should have like, you know, I wanted to maybe style it a little bit better, but I need to get out the door. And my closet was just driving me crazy. It just was a mess, and I have a mess in there, and I need to go in there and fix it. I need to like take away all the summer stuff and start putting all my fall and winter stuff, even though the weather's not cooperating. I need to try to fix my closet. It brings me peace to know that I can go in there and, you know, remember, it's my safe space. And so I need to be somewhat decent in there. And so I need to fix it. I need to like, I feel like I just did it though. I feel like I just did it a little while ago, and now I got to change it again. Like time is just going by so quickly. Pero pues, ni modo. I gotta just roll with the punches and try to fix what I can. What else, guys? I don't know what else to say. I could try to finish what I was trying to say yesterday about Sister Freeman. I kind of left you guys hanging, but I hope you guys went and actually saw the videos. There were some pretty amazing videos, and anyway, so I'll tell you a little bit about it if you guys didn't go and see it. She was talking about how everybody has like a purpose, right? And she says that she has had to raise some people that are not her kids that they have asked to go and live with her. And so she has raised these kids in her home, and a lot of them have gone to like on missions, or they're studying to be a doctor, or they're just, you know, they're in music, or whatever the case may be. They are all grown up, and, you know, but she was talking about this little story that she says that she had like some chickens, right? And so because of those chickens, you know, she was able to give some eggs to her neighbors, right? Because the chickens lay eggs every day, and so she ends up giving the eggs to the neighbors. Well, then all of a sudden, the neighbors started, I guess, wanting her to raise more chickens. So she was being gifted chickens. And so then she ended up with like having, I don't know if she said like 30 or 40. I can't remember right now. Like, I think she said 30 something chickens, because they were being gifted, or they were being asked. They asked her to raise the chickens. And so she was stuck with all these chickens and stuff. And she's like, there's people who raise other people's children, and there are people who raise other people's chickens. And so she's just so funny about how the Lord has used her to help other youth, you know, grow up in a good environment and being taught, you know, things of the gospel. And, you know, now they're out there trying to be good citizens, and they have just been so grateful for her and her willingness to help them grow as good people, and just, you know, and I just think that is so amazing. I think it takes a very special heart to allow people into your most sacred space And so she must be such an amazing person to allow them to do that, because I mean, it's already hard when you have to, raise your own kids. Imagine having to raise somebody else's kids that come with different backgrounds and come with different ideas. And, sometimes you don't want somebody else's kids to kind of like put their thoughts into your kids. And so it can kind of be a little bit tricky, but, she must be an amazing person to be willing to do that. And so I also love to hear her because she shares so many scriptures and she shares so many insightful like experiences and stuff. But the scriptures that she shares, like one after another, like I just want to get to be like her. I want to be able to like, I learn a lot from different talks and like different books and like different things. And I was really great at scriptures too. And I was so great with my memory before, but now I'm a little bit I'm struggling with my memory. And I find it a little bit difficult now to kind of like memorize all these scriptures. But I guess it comes with, lots of study and lots of like, constant reading them over and over and over. Because I can remember talks and I can share them and I can tell people about different experiences and different things. And people feel like I'm very knowledgeable about a lot of things, but I just wish I could be better with like scriptures and like, memorizing my scriptures. And I read a lot of scriptures. It's just hard for them to stay in my mind. I can say, I remember reading the scripture, but I can't remember it word per word. My son right now is in a stage where he has the great memory, and he can remember like this really long, like paragraph or like this really long, like scripture. And I admire him for that, because it's like, I wish I could still do that. I was that person, and I don't know. Maybe I just need to challenge myself to do it more. My daughter is a little bit more like me in the sense of she remembers like different testimonies and like different, she's really great about gathering information and putting things together. And so is my son. He's really good about that, but he keeps his talks a little bit more simple. And I like that too. He adds a little bit of humor, but he also, he seems like he's going to be a really great speaker as well. My daughter is really great at preparing lessons. I admire her and how she puts things together and how she wants to be independent and do them herself. She does like for me to be there and likes for me to be like a support in case she needs something. She'll like look at me like, can you help or like something, right? My son is a little bit more independent in the sense that he just like, I can't sit with him in class. I have the option to sit with my daughter in class, but my son usually has to do everything more independently. He doesn't ever like have to like, worry about my husband being there because, even if he wanted my husband there, it's like my husband has responsibilities with his church calling that he can't do that. But, my daughter does feel like she does sometimes need that support and stuff. And so I'm grateful to be that for her, but she is very independent as well. She likes to do things independently. She does feel like sometimes she needs that support, like from her brother or from me. But for the most part, she likes to, dabble here and there, and she tries to like create her own experiences, and she loves the full experiences, and yeah. And so anyway, I just think that Emily Freeman is just so amazing. She has so many funny stories, and she's just such a great person. And I encourage you guys to go and listen to her talks because you can learn a lot from them. You can learn a ton of scriptures from her talks. And she just encourages people to keep going. She inspires you to just be your best self, and that you can do hard things, and that life will throw all these things at you, but you can overcome them with the help of the Lord and our Heavenly Father. And so, yeah, she's just pretty cool. I admire her a ton. And it's already 6:44, guys. The kids are probably going to come out in about like 6 minutes. I think my watch is a little bit different than theirs because they come out at 6:49. The truck says 6:49. They say it's 6:50. So I don't really know, but they've been coming out exactly at 6:50. So, yep, I see people just coming in and out. I don't know what's going on, but that's why I like to park like right in the front of the doors so that I can see what's going on. And I try to clean my windows so that I can see. Gets a little foggy in here. The light is starting to come up a little bit, a tiny bit. It's so ugly outside, guys. It's so humid. Ugh. But yesterday, I forgot to mention, on our way to Mission, we have to go on 107, and then we have to go on Stewart because Brian is a little bit, well, it's closed right now for construction. And so I was able to see the sunrise from the back of the vehicle because we were heading to Mission, from Edinburgh to Mission. And I was able to see the sun come up, and it was so beautiful, and it was so bright. And I was like, dang! It was so, so bright. And it was just like, wow, for me. Because, I don't really get to see that too often because usually indoors a lot. And so it's nice to get out and actually see the sun and, I don't like to see it too much. It's too hot, but it's nice to see it from my car with an AC. It's too hot. It's too hot. I don't know how people do it. But it's beautiful to see how big it was and how, beautiful it was. So it was nice. It was nice to be out with my kids too. We're going to be making some changes soon. I'm not going to say anything right now because we're still in the process of doing that, but we are creating some changes, and hopefully that will bring some more peace into our lives and create better opportunities. And so we are working through them, but I'm not going to share it right now because it's still a little early, but yeah, hubby and I talked about a certain thing, and he laid out that information yesterday, and we will see what comes from it. But pray for us, and hopefully everything comes out the way we want it to, and hopefully our family is able to be in a better situation and a better place. And so we're just kind of hoping that the Lord steps in and helps us with the changes that we're making. Hopefully it will be better for all of us. And yeah, we're just taking a little leap of faith and hoping that, things work out. And we're just going to try our best with everything. And we'll see what happens. Ahora sí me está pegando. What's going on with the melatonin? I don't know how long that melatonin lasts because it didn't seem like it lasted that long. I need to read the label. My husband's the one that read it. He's the one that bought it. I wanted something else. Let me know if you guys have tried the magnesium calmness. Tell me if you guys think it's good or not. Or do you guys take something else that will help you rest and sleep? Or what do you do to help you sleep and rest and shut it off? Because what I've been having to do, which I never had to do before, is like listen to something in the background. My son is the same way. I know I used to be like that as a teen. I used to like to listen to music to go to sleep. But I was always telling my son, you need to learn to shut it down. Even when you're listening to music, you're not really sleeping. But honestly, that's what's been helping me sleep lately. I've been having to hear podcasts or hear my own voice. Sometimes I'll even put my own video and I'll listen to my own voice and it'll help me go to sleep. And so I'm trying these new supplements and hopefully they will help me sleep. Ya vienen mis hijos. They're out. People are starting to come out already, guys. So I will leave you with that. Let them come in. Hi, guys.
So I don't even know if Sister Elsa was talking to me because I had no idea. But it was silent for like a whole, like